I guess you can call it somewhat of a best of collection. Hi, hello, this is Lauren. Welcome to Social Work Scrapbook. If you're new here, then I am gonna bombard you with so much insight today because it's not just me. Social Work Scrapbook is actually a community, and today I'm sharing bits and pieces of that community. At the very end of the video, you'll also get a flip through of my new resource, the freebie, a Instagram directory of sorts of social workers. If you have an Instagram page, give me a thumbs up right now, and we're good to go to follow all of the Instagram pages that you're gonna see very soon. But first, let's get into my top 5 highlights from my social work community.
But when I have built a relationship with my patients and their family, and then they're trying all these different treatments and nothing worked and they pass away. So again, I see a lot of young adults, right? So I might have seen them when they were first coming in, they still look good before they started chemo. And then I watched them over time deteriorate, getting stem cell transplants, trying all the different chemo, nothing is working. And they end up passing away. So that's hard. Sometimes it's hard to process it, and that's why I have to really make sure I utilize great self-care. So I would say that's the hardest part.
One quick question is, and I think it's on everyone's mind, is it true that you have to see a lot of blood and vomit, like that kind of bodily?
Yeah. So that was definitely one of my first questions, because my absolute biggest fear in the entire world is vomit. And so I was very afraid of that. I wouldn't say that it's a daily experience, but I do have to say my first semester, like I said, I was in the cardio ICU. So I actually did see, several babies. I'd go into the room and their chest would actually be open.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so you kind of build a little bit of immunity to it, I guess you could say. It's definitely there. I wouldn't say it's as blatant in your face. It's not what you see on Grey's Anatomy and all of those medical shows. Yeah. But you have to be prepared, because you never know what's going to happen or what you're going to see.
And as far as being emotionally drained, like you mentioned, like seeing babies in that way and stuff, how do you balance that? Is that something that it's like a lot of sadness connected to the job, or what was your experience like?
I think a lot of us go into this profession because we all have our own stuff. And when you're kind of in the moment, you have to just kind of take a deep breath and realize that right in that moment, it's not about me. And it's about how I can really serve and be fully committed and present to my clients. And so the great thing was obviously your supervision and being able to check in with your supervisors. And I had the support also from my cohort from my graduate program, the support from my boyfriend and family and friends.
That self-care piece,
You have to implement the self-care.
Mm-hmm. I'm in a generalist program, but I know that I am more clinical, and that's always my dream. So I did, for my very first one, I called every clinical place that I could think of. I'm an Air Force wife, and I'm right next to base. You may hear a jet fly over. So I tried to go there. I tried to call all these places and just cold called. And so my first one, the psychiatric hospital, just kind of happened, and I wanted to try it. The second one, I had a little bit of higher advantage. I had about 3 places reach out to me and offer me positions. So I interviewed at each one, and I just went with, first of all, my personal goals. My goals were to learn how to do individual therapy. I wanted to learn trauma-based practice and evidence-based practice for that, and I wanted a place that I felt comfortable and supported, and I could branch out. So, and that's where I fit with this one. I just had so many opportunities. They told me that they would send me to do training on TFCBT, which they did, and do individual and all that. So I was really picky on exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to graduate and be the best therapist I could be. So one of the first ones that I got was actually, how do you keep a client engaged with teletherapy alone? And we're thinking kind of middle school age range. Like, how is that? Do you have any ideas for us?
Yeah, so right now in my current role, I work with adults. However, when I worked in court ordered services at CPS, I did work with a lot of foster children too, so I have a wide range. So when I was working with the court systems and with CPS, it definitely had to be a lot of parent to just do it themselves. I mean, that's just a matter of fact. So getting the parents on board, getting the parents invested, a lot of family counseling, family sessions of some kind, that'll definitely help for sure. Setting up a reward system for the child is actually a very good way.
Interesting to hear. Planner, and it has a lot of things to be able to write down your goals and things that you're planning throughout your day. There's a lot of space to write down just random thoughts. So I highly recommend it.
I love that. So that gets me into another question. I'm going to jump around a little bit, which is what are those must-have items for online schooling and online programs? So we know a planner is going to be it, guys, because time management is going to be key. And so that's something to focus on. What else would you say, Sheila, is a must-have?
Oh gosh, okay, so planner, having notebooks. I'm a very big lover of colors, so probably colored post-it notes, colored markers, something to be able to differentiate your daily duties and what you need to do and prioritize. So planners, notebooks, colored pens, and post-its. Really. I'm very, very old school. I wish I could do more of the digital, but I will learn.
If you haven't already, be sure you're following over at Social Work Scrapbook for more wonderful lives like the ones we saw today. And also go to the description box below to grab your PDF version of this directory. If you yourself would like to be added to this directory, leave me a comment down below. What's your Instagram handle? And what do you share on your page? Until next time, I'm wishing you social work success.